What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one, I'm going to be talking about the one and only Tesla stock and what you should be looking after for the future of this company. I'm also going to do some in-depth technical analysis and give you guys my price prediction for tomorrow and talk about what you should be looking out for by giving you both a bearish and bullish standpoint. However, at the end of the day, even though Tesla's kind of red, I have not lost faith in my thesis. I still believe the market's going to get a nice bounce, and I still think Tesla's doing just fine. So I'm going to talk about why I believe that. I'm also going to be talking about what's going on in Shanghai that's very important for the markets. And believe it or not, this could be a massive bullish catalyst in the next few weeks. I'm also going to be talking about what Tesla is doing in response to this and how this may be affecting Tesla's share price, at least to a degree. And also what Elon Musk, the man, the myth, the legend Elon Musk, liked on his Twitter page. That's massive for Tesla. It makes me very excited despite where Tesla is right now. I'm still incredibly bullish. And also what Elon Musk may have stated, according to other Twitter pages and many big sources out there. Elon Musk may have stated that we may be in a recession right now. So I actually want to talk about what he actually said and how this could affect the markets going forward. But before I break any of this down, before I talk about where on earth Tesla may be going, I do have to mention a couple of things real quick. The first thing is, I'm not a financial planner, so please don't take this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, but benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull, the link down below, and deposit any amount of money into the account, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks, each worth up to $2,000. And you could always sell these 5 free stocks for cash and use that cash to buy some Tesla shares for free. This is a limited time offer, so please check it out before they run out. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So, looking at Tesla, we can see some very interesting things right now. Tesla is down about 5.88% for the day, but I'm not necessarily losing faith in my thesis, like I said before. So why am I still so bullish? Why do I think the market's going to actually see some very good recovery very soon? Well, let's actually go back to something important. What is keeping the market down right now? Excuse me. Is it really the market being horrible? Is it really because of what's happening in the world? Well, yes. Yes, it is because of what's happening around the world, but a lot of the things that are happening right now are essentially priced in, and I don't expect another rate hike until July. So we have time on our hands. And generally, what I think is happening is the market is so oversold right now that we want that relief bounce. Look at the SPY. Okay, the SPY may have this gap, which is an indicator that eventually we are going to come back again, but we're not going to just fill the gap and then crash from here on out. I think the market's going to recover a little bit at least, push up. The SPY should push up at least $20 to $30, believe it or not. And once we push up, eventually we're going to get rejected and come back down in the future. But until then, we are going to have some moments of bullish price action. So the thing about the SPY is, look at this. Look carefully. The SPY pushed up. It had this nice gap. Volume wasn't that great. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't great. But the thing about it is we didn't push down. You can see the SPY was getting pushed down to 397. We held up and we managed to close above 400, which is a sign the SPY wants to hold up. It wants to keep going. And right now, a lot of investors are just slowly gaining faith back into the market. People are scared right now. They're afraid, right? I don't have to show you how fearful people are right now. We know they're scared, but we're gonna have to gain a lot more comfort, and a lot of the money, the trillions of dollars on the sidelines, is just sitting there. And eventually, when the SPY starts showing signs of it pushing up, when the SPY starts going to that $405, $406 level and starts going and going and going, a lot of money is going to come back in. And it's going to come back into Tesla. It's going to come back into Apple. It's going to push these stocks again. And I think it's going to happen within the next few weeks. Why do I think that? There are many reasons, right? From a technical perspective, I could show you that in a couple of minutes. But also look at this right here. China and Shanghai, they aim to end their lockdowns by June 1st now. The last time I showed you this, it was supposed to be May 20th, but it ended up getting delayed by about 10 days, like 12 days. A little bit sad to hear that, but at the end of the day, they are doing their best to deal with the problem. Think what you want, it's fine, but this is going to affect the world to a degree because it is kind of slowing down supply chains. It's not having a great effect on us. It's hurting China, which will in turn hurt the world to a degree. But once this is announced, once China announces that they're done with the lockdowns, I think the market's going to get a really nice bounce. It's a very bullish catalyst. And right now we're seeing this. As for Tesla, remember, Tesla's giant gigafactory is in Shanghai. And you can see right here, two Tesla delays plan to restore, right, the Shanghai output to pre-lockdown levels. So right now they're delayed. Their plan to restore production has been delayed, but that doesn't necessarily mean the company is going to just die. You have to remember that. The US electric car maker originally aimed to increase output at its Shanghai plants to 2,600 cars a day from May 16th, but right now it's been delayed by about a week or two. So, yeah, I mean, it's the truth. There's nothing really much they could do about that. And I think a lot of institutional investors are kind of scared. They're trying to price this in. So, by doing that, they did cause us to drop temporarily, but it's not going to be a sustainable drop, in my opinion. I think we are going to get a nice bounce eventually. Now, I want to talk about a couple of more things before I talk about the price action and technical analysis. Elon Musk liked this, okay? The top 10 EV models in the US in Q1. Number one, the Tesla Model Y, Tesla Model 3, Tesla Model S, then the Ford Mustang Mach E. Incredible. It's also an incredible car. The Tesla Model X came in seventh. It would have scored a lot higher. I think there was like production or something else that played a role. But my point is, excuse me, production played a role in this because it's not as big compared to these right now. But my point is, Tesla is still a monster. They're growing every day. And amidst what may be a recession we're in, because many sources are now saying that Elon Musk says the US is probably in a recession right now. Is it true? I didn't actually hear him say that. I don't know if this is 100% true, but he did estimate. He made an estimate in the past that a recession was probably start by around spring of 2022 and no later than 2023. So this is probably true. He probably thinks that. But the thing you have to remember is historically, just because we're in a recession, it doesn't mean the market has to necessarily crash the whole time. But if that is the case, right? If we truly are in a recession, it a lot of the damage has already been priced in, but that doesn't mean there won't be more downside for the future because like I told you before, the SPY has this big gap. So what I'm trying to tell you is just like what I told you in my previous videos, okay? The SPY will rally, it's going to drop, then it's going to rally, then drop, then rally, then drop, and a rally should start relatively soon, believe it or not, followed by another drop because of the fact that we're in a recession, followed by another rally. And then eventually we're going to recover. Things will be fine, perhaps within a year to a year and a half from now. Just stay strong. So, what does this mean for Tesla? This means that if you look at Tesla, going from 1,152, we dropped, pushed back up to like 960. We dropped down. We're super oversold on RSI. Look at the RSI right now. Very oversold for Tesla standards. This thing wants to push up. Believe it or not, it really wants to push up. And I think that's what we're going to see very soon. If you look at this from a daily perspective, we're starting to make higher lows. It's already starting to show some strength. So if you look at the weekly chart, and that's probably like the worst looking chart based off my lines, but if you look at the RSI, okay, the RSI also kind of oversold, but you can see right here, the RSI is kind of curling in a way. It's kind of curling. It's doing a lot better. Much, much, much better. So from what I'm seeing right now is I think 680 was the bottom, unless this thing drops harder, which I'm not seeing right now. And I think this thing is getting ready to, move to the upside. So let me close all indicators and let me actually show you what you should be looking out for when it comes to support and resistance. So if Tesla drops tomorrow, let's just say hypothetically it drops, we're going to have support at 705. If that doesn't hold, at 705 to 700 range is where our very key support level is. And if that doesn't hold us, this thing could drop as low as 680. Once again, I think that's extremely unlikely. I don't see that happening as we just filled this gap. We're very oversold, and the market doesn't want to just keep crashing. It looks like it wants to get a nice bounce. And once we start pushing, we're going to have some resistance at around 745. And if that doesn't hold us down, we're going to keep pushing as high as that 750 to 760 range, then 775, then 800. I mean, I think we're going to be testing these higher levels very, very soon, in my opinion. So, what else is out like going on from a technical perspective? You look at the ATR, we're seeing this right here, this big drop in volatility, which means that the price is consolidating and kind of stabilizing in a way. When I bring up the 1 minute candles, look at this. Look at this. We dropped down kind of like this. We were consolidating. We dropped down a little bit, showing some consolidation in this lower range. We got a nice double bottom, looking pretty good. And one of the things about Tesla is it likes to surprise you. It likes to push up after we get those big lows. So I am going to be a little bit more bullish for tomorrow. I think we're more likely to get another push up. I think we're close to the bottom. That doesn't mean we're going to see, no more red days. It doesn't mean we're not going to be going crazy for maybe a few more days. But what I do think is going to happen, like I said, we're going to start pushing up soon. It's going to take maybe a couple of days, maybe a week or two, but I do see it coming, and I want you to be ready for that. So what should you be expecting for tomorrow? This is where I'm going to get in with the prediction based off my analysis. The MACD, I forgot to bring that up. MACD right now on the 2-hour time frame, you can see it's slowing down, but it does look like we want to see this thing kind of spread out a little bit more. So I really want to see some bullish price action. But from what I'm seeing for tomorrow, I'd be surprised if we actually even touch 700. I think that this thing really wants to push up. I think it's starting to make higher lows. Our low is not 680. Our low appears to be at like 719. So I think we're gonna get a nice bounce for tomorrow, and I think we're gonna have a green day for tomorrow. I could be completely wrong, right? My previous prediction wasn't necessarily correct. I did think it was possible for us to fill the gap, but I expected us to get a nice balance. But there were other things that kind of interfered and stopped that from happening. So I'll admit my mistakes. I'm not always going to be right. So I did a lot of analysis. Excuse me. I did a lot of analysis. So when you look at the chart, you have to remember I do a lot of analysis, but my prediction is just a small part of that. For what I predict to be happening is this. I think what could end up happening is we might get a slight drop, one last drop to around that 719, maybe even as low as 715. We're going to get a really nice bounce, or nice bounce. And we're going to start pushing up kind of like this. We'll push to maybe that 760 range, drop after that, trade a little bit sideways and maybe close around that 730 to 740 range, just like that. So that's essentially what I'm predicting. I'm predicting some relief after the RSI has been so oversold. And I am a lot more bullish going into tomorrow than bearish. So with that out of the way, I want to thank you for listening. There will be some sideways action here and there. Every day may not be perfectly green for the time being, but I do see an upward trend forming, and I do believe that Tesla is going to start rallying within the next few weeks. So I just wanted to put that out there. Nothing has changed. Stay strong, remain calm, cool, and collected, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Tesla to the moon, and peace out.